Welcome back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. It has been a week longer than I hoped for this episode, and that's because I had some severe sound issues. So it would have either been the game without any sound, or I just replayed it all again. So I recorded a few episodes that are now in the bin. So let's do it again. We have checked these trousers and we got a note in them. Or a card, business card, and some matches. That's what we did in the previous episode you saw. So now it's time we leave here. Leave this place. And we try and talk to this guy. Because there was something in the safe.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan. But the name in the...
What now, monsieur?
I want to...
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Moerlin's property.
That's right. Moerlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Yeah.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Positive.
He was a bit surprised there at the end. Apparently he can live with not catching a murderer. But I think Lady...
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Can help us. Here.
I found this pass in Moerlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Yes.
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1,000,000 faces.
So will you help me?
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
Oh, sure.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was
Hemel Hempstead.
until last night.
Oh?
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Oh.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Moerlin.
Oh.
This is the
He's a
key to room
murderer.
21.
That's next to the room taken by that rotten Moerlin, isn't it?
Yes, and it's vacant.
Really? How convenient.
Maybe it was my imagination, but I had an uncomfortable feeling about this situation. Yeah. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Moerlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
you
I'll
help
give him
me?
something to be scared of.
There we go.
Follow me, George!
Here we go. The lady to the rescue. Again.
Did you place a package from Moerlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Moerlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Moerlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
With what?
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Probably nothing.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Moerlin.
Or manuscript.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Nico's apartment then.
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably what those thugs were looking for.
Oh yeah, there are some mafia types outside, so let's find another way out. Was this the room that I was... Yeah, this is the room I had the key for. Can't use the television, sadly. It's pretty far
The
down.
cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard.
We can't jump down here, but... You can probably throw this down.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript. But I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Make it into an airplane. There it goes. Now we can probably go outside. Let's go. And then we have to go back into the alleyway. It's back
Just
alley.
a minute, monsieur.
Oh.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Phew. Well, they didn't find my clown nose, at least. My electric zapper. So that's good. There's a manuscript.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Okay, let's go back.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, George.
She sits in her regular spot, looking out over the rooftops of Paris on her favorite chair.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Okay, well, let's
You're
look at
just
the
not
manuscript.
going to believe what I found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-Boo.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Okay, so this is... the
This guy,
Oh.
named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land.
Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez.
All of a sudden.
So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Maybe. Let's have a look
Let's
at
take
it.
another look at the manuscript.
We've got like a gem here. A guy with a
There's a
cow.
guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
And there's light coming from the sky. And here's like a Monty Python figure playing a flute, no, trumpet, some kind. And we have this knight here with a ball. He's handling a ball there, and an angel flying with some text, making an ad there. And then we have a woman here sitting with a comb and a mirror with 3 faces in it. We've got another Monty Python figure and someone weaving something on a table, or a strange loom with a boat. And what is this? I don't know.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something
Yeah,
written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinum mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick?
A trick?
I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
By my teachings, you'll see the light, something like that.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
Ships and weaving. Is that maybe he's making jeans?
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
Oh yeah.
I know a
You could
guy who
ask Indiana
specializes
Jones.
in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh.
I guess
Some
that'll
stuffy old
suffice.
fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Well, thanks. I guess we'll go over there and try and talk to this Lobino guy
I have to go.
at the
Okay.
museum.
Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Krone Museum.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We'll do that next time. I hope to see you then, and thanks for watching. Bye!